Hello and welcome back, fans of I Just Arted. This is John, the host, director, editor, creator, and everything else that has to do with I Just Arted. I'm just letting you know we did have some more technical difficulties because it seems like every time we go to film this, some kind of technical problem happens. Namely, we had two of our cameras go down, and so a large part of this podcast is filmed from one camera. In 2 weeks, we're going to mix it up and try a new style, and you'll see what I mean when we get there, but hopefully that will get rid of all the technical problems we keep seeming to have. But until then, enjoy this episode of the I Just Arted podcast. That'll do. Okay, camera one is rolling. Camera 3 is rolling. So, welcome to I Just Arted. I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
And today we're going to be doing drawings from a hat. Good old familiar one that we've done for a while now. If you're here just for the art and nothing else, I'm going to put 2 timestamps in the description below. The first one being where we describe what we're drawing today, and the second one...
That is water flowing. If you're hearing it, it might even be fecal water.
It's definitely not the Ogden River. Oh man, putting a studio in a basement is an amazing idea.
Well, no, it is a good idea. It's just you got to be aware of the sound things. That's why when people build studios, like the whole focus is what are all possible sources of sound.
Yeah.
And how to eliminate that.
Yep. And this is one of the possible sources of sound that we're going to experience every time we record this. Anyway, if you're here for the art and nothing else, 2 timestamps in the description below. The first one being where I describe what we're drawing today. The second one being the fast forward product of what happens with that. And that's it. So, intro. Drawings from a hat. Jacob's going to draw one, I'm going to draw one, and we are going to combine the two and see what ends up happening. Cyborg.
Cyborg! I didn't realize there's stuff that cool inside of there. Let's see what I get. Spoon. Spoon.
Cyborg spoon.
Cyborg spoon. So if I'm understanding this right, it's not you doing a cyborg and me doing a spoon. It is both of us doing a cyborg spoon.
Exactly. Both of us doing a spoon and a cyborg mixed together.
With a pen. Not any pen, a Precision V7 RT.
Yeah.
They don't sponsor us, do we? Do they?
No.
You would think somebody like Febreze would want to sponsor a podcast called I Just Arted.
Right?
Right? We'll see. Time to send off some emails, right?
There we go. Time to get this thing sponsored by Pilot and by Febreze.
Alright. Cyborg.
Cyborg spoon.
Okay. Man, my arting skills.
Just getting better.
I think people will know what I'm going for. It's just I have such an unsophisticated method of bringing it into life. Bringing it to life.
So I had something else interesting happen to me the other day.
Tell me about it.
Tell me if this has happened to you.
Okay.
I was talking to somebody that, like, they're okay. They're not my favorite person, but, you know, talking to them anyway.
Okay.
And
Starting to feel like this is me. Hint, hint. Has this ever happened to you?
But I was in the middle of a sentence, and I realized halfway through that sentence that I just don't care about where this sentence could lead. Like,
Okay.
whatever response he was going to have to this sentence, I didn't care about the result.
Just roll with it.
Well, I just stopped the sentence. And
Okay.
I just finished the sentence without an ending or anything, and he's like, was there more to that? And I was like, nope, I decided against it. and that's how the conversation ended, and I left.
Yeah.
So anyway, have you ever had that happen to you, or you just
Well,
like...
Usually I'll just keep going with it. I'll just keep going with it and stare afterwards. Wait for
There
it.
you go.
And sometimes I'll get a question like, "Are you serious?" Yeah. Yes, and I make sure that I don't give any qualifications, any justifications. Just ask the awkward thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then wait for an answer. And make sure that your tone at the end means that you're expecting a reply.
Yeah, like, I want to know what's going on here.
Do you eat this much regularly? Shut your mouth. Because that's a non-judgmental question. That's just trying to get information.
It's true. I mean, that's,
And when you have your nice friendly smile, but you notice how it wasn't jokish. Do you eat this much regularly?
Yeah.
Ask it, so they know you're waiting for a response. Yeah.
Oh man, my cyborg's gonna have a gun for an arm. Because this is art and I can do whatever I want.
I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor just so I can tell ladies, it looks like you're pregnant. I'm pregnant? No, it looks like you're
it
pregnant.
just looks like that.
There we go. How to make friends. I think I should just write a blog and put that one on there.
I think so. I think that would go over well.
So in case anybody parks outside of your house, I'll let them know. America is the name of the Wi-Fi. I won't tell them the password. I have one-upped you as best I can
Yeah?
by putting my Wi-Fi is tell my Wi-Fi I love her. Aww. Some of the other winners: Abraham Linksys,
Oh, that's a good one.
Abraham Linksys,
Abraham
John
Linksys.
Wilkes Bluetooth. I was thinking of pretty fly for a Wi-Fi, FBI surveillance,
Oh yeah.
or surveillance van,
Yeah.
something like Nacho Wi-Fi.
Nacho.
Nacho Wi-Fi. Stop mooching. Are you requesting sympathy from the audience? Is that what I'm understanding?
No, I don't care what they think.
Okay, you heard it here first. In case you're wondering if he cares.
I don't. That's why I stop sentences in the middle and
Just wait. I had a girlfriend once who we'd be in areas in public,
Mhm.
and an attractive lady would walk on by. She would look at me and say, "Do you think she's pretty?" I'm like, "You really want me to pull the pin on that hand grenade?"
That's the question you want me to answer?
Yeah. Well, so I just answered every time. Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If only you could. Yeah, that didn't work out. It didn't work out.
What? So, here's a statistic that I read yesterday, last night,
I hope it's controversial.
sometime in the past. I don't know. The happiest and saddest states in the U.S.
Okay.
The happiest is Utah, and the saddest is West Virginia.
West Virginia, what are they doing wrong?
I don't know.
What are they doing wrong?
Maybe they feel bad because it's not like a north and south thing. There's a
It's
North
just
and
like,
South Carolina.
It's like they probably had Virginia at one point. They're like, can we just have you guys be West Virginia?
Yeah.
We need some
Like,
sort of distinction.
The Virginians were just like, you guys,
It's like
you can go live over there, and don't
I've never-
call yourself Virginia. Call yourself something different.
I've never been there, but now I suspect that it's all redheaded stepchildren.
Let me know in the comments.
If you're watching from West Virginia, post a selfie. I'm like, it's so true. It's so true.
I forgot a way for my cyborg to see. I think I'm gonna go like the Trogdor style and just do floating eyes.
I'm just happy that you know that, but then again,
Oh man.
if you don't know who Trogdor is, here's what I think you need to do. If you don't know who Trogdor is, look it up and write us in the comments. Write about your response and learning about Trogdor the Burninator.
I feel like we should do an episode of I Just Arted where we just do realistic Trogdor.
I think so.
I think that would be an excellent episode.
Burning the peasants.
Well, and every time I listen to like an original YouTuber, someone who's been on YouTube for a while, they're always like, one of my first inspirations was Homestar Runner.
It's awesome.
And I'm like, you know what? That is one of my first inspirations.
I remember falling in love with that. The Strong Bad emails. There was something about those Strong Bad emails.
Oh my gosh, Strong Bad emails were great.
To email. Because it's the spoon facing this way. You know what's going to happen. It's just...
Oh yeah.
Every time you wash a spoon in the sink, unless it's facing down, let it go outside. As soon as it's there, it's Niagara Falls, straight to the face.
It just sprays all over.
Mm-hmm. See, you spend more time getting things. I'm just kind of like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have come over and looked because now I feel inferior. I don't know how to segue this. I've got something. I just feel like let's do this. Let's let this one hang out there. I don't have a segue for it.
Perfect.
I dated someone who later brutally murdered their ex-boyfriend. Just let that one hang out there for a little bit. I dated someone who later brutally murdered their ex-boyfriend.
I don't think a segue exists for that.
Yeah. Speaking of killing people with cyborg spoons. Okay.
Like, that's... Holy crap.
Yeah, okay, ready for this. So I'm a musician guy. I'm living in California, Palm Desert area. I'm from Indio, California. My buddy Credence is like, hey, you gotta meet this girl. She's beautiful, and she was beautiful. Blonde hair, and she is a fit lady. And she was really smart. She was super cool to hang out with. Played some music over at her house, hung out a number of times. We went out together and stuff like that. But the whole time that I would be spending time with her, she would regularly talk about her ex-boyfriend. And I just realized, she is way too hung up on him.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I lost my interest. And so I didn't pursue anything. I mean, we never were serious item or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I just realized I'm not going to pursue somebody who's still hung up on somebody else like that. It's months later. I was living in Florida. I had recorded an album doing some music. And there's even a slight chance that you might be hearing some background music of original stuff that I've done. But I figured, hey, you know what? She's bought CDs for me before. Why don't she like another one? I still got her phone number, boom, on my flip phone. This is, 2007, 2008-ish? Around there. And call her up, hey, how's it going? She answers her phone. Oh, fine. Do you remember Travis? That was the name of her ex-boyfriend. And I said, I remember you talking about him. He died.
He died!
He died! And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, oh, that's awful. What happened? Some people broke into his place and killed him. Oh, that's awful. I hate to pry. Was he involved with dangerous people? And what? Yeah, I mean...
Just one.
Okay, so I'm like, oh, that's awful. I feel so bad just making small talk. That really is a tragedy. And we only talked for like a couple of minutes, and I'm off the phone. And I go over to Facebook for the first time in however long. I mean, not Facebook, MySpace. I knew she was still on MySpace. I hadn't been on MySpace in some time already, but I see that she had turned her MySpace account into a shrine on his behalf. I'm like, wow, following him into the afterlife, I guess.
Jeez.
And I didn't think anything of it, but now it's about a year later. It's about a year later or more.
Into 2008.
Yeah, maybe even closer to that. This might be like 2010-ish. I record an album with my band, and I'm thinking she would. I just wonder because like, who do I sell it to? It's like I wonder. It's like I don't even know the password for my MySpace anymore. I wonder if she's on Facebook, and I type her name into Facebook, and the first thing that pops up is people who don't believe Jodi Arias killed Travis Alexander. I'm like, what? Oh. so I typed Jodi Arias into a Google search and like, Wah! She got a full hour hour-long Dateline NBC on her, and I'm watching this thing, and I won't get into the details. Y'all can Google it for yourself. But she brutally murdered him. And I didn't realize this is like a national thing. I called my buddy Creedence, who I was hanging out with at the time. Creedence, call me back! And he calls me like 5 minutes later. Hey, Jake, what's up? I was like, hey, do you remember Jody? And I said, yeah. Do you remember her talking about her ex-boyfriend Travis? Yeah. She freaking killed him! Get on Google right now!
Oh my god.
So he starts his Google search with me there, and he's like, okay, well, I'll call you back. So like after like 2 hours of looking up stuff, he called me back, holy cow. Yeah. And when I talked to her on the phone, that was after she had brutally murdered him, but before she had been charged with his murder. So she was shopping her story with me.
Oh my gosh.
Some
She
people
was
don't
trying
even
it
kill
out.
them. Oh my goodness. Oh, really? Were they about 5'7" and blonde hair? Yeah, dude.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how I roll. Put the fun in dysfunctional. See, you've got understanding of anatomy and how to draw it and things of that nature. For me, all I've got is an 11-year-old's cartoon imagination. And the ability to kind of put it into life a little bit.
That's all you need to art. That's it. Oh my gosh, I do not have a story like that.
I did that just
Oh
I did
man.
that just so I could like one up this one. Am I the only one who dated murderers around here?
Yes. You're absolutely the only one in this room who... Okay, so I don't know. Because if I got fed a story like that,
Okay.
you really would have no reason not to believe it, over the phone. So if someone I dated in the past brutally murdered an ex-boyfriend and then just fed me a BS story, I wouldn't know. So maybe I have dated a murderer and just don't know it yet. Is that one time I broke my ankle going down a 30-foot slide in a stroller.
Wow.
Yeah.
30-foot slide in a stroller.
In a stroller.
And what age were you at that time?
18.
18.
Just graduated high school.
Yeah, clearly you were thinking straight.
And let me tell you this sentence because it makes it all better.
Go.
I did it to impress a girl.
Nice.
That's I feel like that should be just an automatic pardon for anyone of the male gender.
Depends on the girl.
That's true. That's true. Didn't end up with her or anything, but
You broke your ankle for nothing. That's what you're really saying.
yeah. But I don't say that part. So, the story was, went out to Colorado City. I used to live really close to that. Plagueville, USA. And,
Where they all got the Mormon do.
Yep.
The Mormon Polig do.
That's it. And so we go out there, and the reason we go out there is because there's a massive slide. Goes down this huge hill. It's about 30 feet long. And so every year this slide freezes over. It is covered in ice. And so we decided we're going to go over there and do dumb stuff on the slide. Because that's what you do. And so we're over there and we're skating down. And so this girl that I wanted to get with, she had two friends that were coming with her. And so I called up my two wingmen, my two buddies. And
There we go. They're going to talk you up.
yeah.
Were they quality wingmen?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Did their jobs perfectly. I screwed up mine. So we're over there, and this couple comes by, and they have a stroller with them. And, hang on. My train of thought is gone.
Okay, you're
This is
telling
what I
me
get for working all night.
two wingmen.
So, couple comes by with a stroller, and they come up to the slide and they're like, yeah, the slide's frozen over. We have this old stroller that we want to get rid of, but we wanted to take it down the slide first. And we were like, that is an awesome idea. And so this dude gets up in the stroller, but he's already got a girl, so he doesn't have to impress her, you know? And so he was smart and just didn't do it. He got up there, realized this is pretty dangerous, and just didn't do it. So we were like, hey, can we borrow your stroller and go down the slide? And they're like, yeah, sure, here you go. Give us the stroller. And it's one of those, like, flimsy, have the aluminum bars that break really easy type strollers. And so we get this stroller, and me, being a thinking man...
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, my buddies both weigh more than I do. They're both bigger than I am. So if they can go down this slide in this stroller, and it holds their weight, then I can go down this slide in this stroller, and it'll hold my weight. So back then, I thought, pretty ingenious thinking.
I mean, it's flawless logic.
Yeah, absolutely. So my first buddy gets in the stroller and just shoots down the slide, and it looks way fun, and, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. My next buddy gets up there, gets in, shoots down this slide, and rolls off the end, and it looks way fun, and just, you know, flawless. And so I'm like, okay, my plan is already rock solid. Like, they both went down this slide. It worked perfectly for them. I'm going to go down this slide now. What I didn't consider is that when you put two 180-pound people into a slide built for someone who's 60 pounds or less,
yeah,
it weakens the structural integrity of the object. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Because I got halfway down the slide, and the front right tire shot off into the distance, and I rolled, and off the side of this slide, there were stairs. Did you almost lose it?
I'm good.
But there were stairs that went all the way up this hill, and a gap just perfect enough for a foot to fit in between. And so I rolled, and my foot jammed between two of these stairs. The rest of my body hit the ice and kept going. And my foot stayed there and busted my ankle.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Did they believe you? Did they know it was busted right away? Did they give you medical attention?
It was fairly obvious that it was not normal.
All right, take a look at this.
Yeah!
Boom! Double spark in that thing!
That absolutely made it better.
Just need one of them big beefy arms. Maybe some flames.
That absolutely accomplished just
strong.
Everything that we could have
I think
hoped
Strong
for.
Bad approves.
Well, now you have to name it. You can't not name it now.
Okay. All right. Let me. There we go. Just want to find some way to give him a beard. Let's see. Well, at least hairy armpits. Here we go.
Again.
The Sporklift.
Yeah!
The Sporklift.
Sporklift.
The Sporklift.
Art. And we're just talking about how it was used as a medical tool and benefiting society and just being a great accomplishment. And we've taken that and made it 200 times better with the Sporklift.
I mean, when Leonardo DiCaprio, when Leonardo da Vinci can no longer stand the test of time, they will be studying these.
Right?
I mean, it's amazing because this is fun, and people should be having a whole lot of fun with this. But like, what people think matches up to regular artwork. I mean, the greats. Here's what I love about the works of Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo and others that I know of. It represented literally the pinnacle of human achievement at that time.
Right?
Where there's lifetime of work and study and dedication to be able to produce works that are just awe-inspiring. I mean, almost as awe-inspiring as Sporklift.
We just realized we lost footage on that side and up here. And so most of this podcast is going to be from this guy right here.
But that's a good angle.
That's
That
true.
is a good angle.
Yeah, because I feel like we got you the entire time right there.
Because I'm just the guest. Mr. JB, he is the host.
What were we talking about?
Trogdor!
Everybody should always be talking about Trogdor, that's true.
So I did get, Sporklift has come to life. And we were discussing, there's an idea for next time I'm over. What was that idea, good sir?
T-shirts.
Paint a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're ready to reveal what we will be painting on them, but we've definitely got some ideas. Who doesn't want a custom-made t-shirt?
Everybody wants one of those.
That's why they spend $50 for mass-produced t-shirts at the shopping malls.
That's it.
Show up at the club. See, Macklemore had them down.
I've decided my cyborg spoon is going to be in a post-apocalyptic world.
Oh.
So while you're looking that up, you'll have another story. So my brother, he knows who he is. Has this thing where, and it started out with just food, okay? Where if you licked it, it's yours, okay? Like nobody else is going to touch something that you licked,
Yeah.
okay?
Well, at least that's usually a fair assumption.
Yeah, and so that's how you call dibs,
Yeah.
is if you licked it, it's yours.
It's the human version of peeing on something. Canines just pee and say, that's mine now.
Yeah, people just lick things. So, and I don't know if I should tell this story, this might be illegal, but those are the best stories. So, we're at the Aerospace Museum over there in Roy, and going through, and they have all those displays with like real bombs and everything. And we get to one, just this bomb sitting there, and I know how to play with my brother. I know how to manipulate him. And so him and my cousin come around the corner, and I'm standing there looking at this bomb, and I was like, you know what? I'll bet you no one's ever licked that bomb. And
Seems
of
like a
course,
safe assumption.
and both of them lean in. I'm thinking jokingly, and my cousin was joking.
Yeah.
He was not going to lick a bomb. My brother, on the other hand, licked a bomb
Yeah.
at the Aerospace Museum in Roy.
Ugh. Nice.
And so now that's his.
Did you scream boom? Boom!
No, but his ex-wife was pissed.
Licking a bomb.
Yeah.
I licked a scorpion for $50.
I mean, that's worth it.
That is worth it. There
That's worth it.
There was a video somewhere, because this is before that there was a whole bunch of iPhones with fancy cameras. Somebody did have a cheapo camera, and there might be a video. My buddy Credence that I already mentioned, he was there. Yeah, one of them, because there was 3 co-workers. One of them pulled out a 20, another one pulled out a 20, another one pulled out a 10. I'm like, fine, let's do this. And I grabbed that scorpion by the tail, and the whole time he wiggled it like this, and went, yeah. And let him go.
I mean, that's worth it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely worth it.
Lick,
$50.
$50. That's, dude. I mean, if I could keep that up,
Would it have?
I'd lick scorpions all day at that rate.
Would it have been like $50 per scorpion? Because you could have just gone over and just.
Well, it was only one that we found because this is Indio, California area. We were working at a shop. We found outside, so it's not like they were available everywhere you look.
Yeah.
But the fact that we caught one and we were all freaked out by it was enough to generate the dough. At some point, they would have stopped being entertained by the scorpion licking.
That's true. So you would have had to like up the ante at some point.
Yeah. Years earlier, I had swallowed a goldfish for $10. See, people will start with a price and I'll just say, "Show me the money," and I'll go with it because I don't realize I do a lot more for a lot less.
There it is. Sporklift.
Sporklift. There's a Facebook page already, isn't there?
Yep.
I'll share that.
Nating the countryside.
I do have an episode plan that all three of us need to be there for. And I'm going to tell it because it's going to be effing awesome.
Okay.
We need to just, like, paint one of us.
Okay.
And I think it might be a Halloween special. But just, like,
My birthday is on Halloween.
even better. But I was thinking, like, do one that is just a makeup thing. Or not a makeup, but like a... Because I know how to make prosthetics. Like the little... Make it look like someone's eye is gouged out.
Can you do something, work in my beard, but make me look uber good Dia de los Muertos?
Yeah.
I've got, because I already have some little wash in, wash out stuff that'll make my beard white.
We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can pull that off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking like a Halloween special where we just take one of us and just turn them into something completely different.
Okay.
And like if we did you, like, I could work with that.
Because what we could do, I could turn it white, and then we could turn a couple of like black lines inside of there, and then get something with the face and eyes.
We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be a cool one.
I like it.
I'm down for it.
If you want to see that, hit the subscribe button.
Boom!
If you don't want to see that, hit the subscribe button.
It's the multifunction.
Exactly. That's what it's there for. It's really just the voting button.
Mm-hmm. The multi-tool of the internet.
So, these are our pieces of artwork.
Sporklift and Serial Killer.
Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that. We just arted right here.
Mm-hmm. It did. And with the lack of ventilation down here, I'm surprised that it works so well.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We keep all the windows closed because we just want to suck
Bask.
in all of that art.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no windows to crack.
So, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this episode or any of the episodes before this, make sure you share them with your friends. Share them on Facebook. Tell your friends. Tell your dog. I don't care. Dog views count.
Mm-hmm.
Every view counts.
So do cats.
Yeah. Cat views count, sort of. Or almost, not rats. But anyway, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, comment, do whatever you want. Just as long as you're interacting with our video, it helps us out, makes us know what we need to improve on, and all that fun stuff. We're going to figure out what keeps going on with that camera, and I'm going to figure out what went wrong with this camera. And we're going to fix it all, and it's going to be amazing next time, and nothing's going to go wrong because this is a happy little universe where nothing ever goes wrong.
Theoretically.
Yeah. So, see you next time, right here at I Just Arted. Outro!
Outro!
I don't think we have one, but that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. What were we talking about?
Trogdor!
Everybody should always be talking about Trogdor, that's true.
Trogdor! Burn the